these are the games you wake up in the morning excited to coach in, because the environment's going to be electric. Obviously the pressure's awesome for everybody involved, so it's going to be fun.
For the first time in program history, the UTPB Falcons will be playing in a matchup where both teams are featured in the top 10. Welcome in this week's Falcon Focus. I'm Paxton Graff, and the Falcons face arguably their toughest test yet, heading to San Angelo to take on the 5th-ranked Angelo State Rams. And with how big and historic this matchup is, let's go ahead and break down some of the key facts between the two squads. Now, the all-time series is in ASU's favor with a record of 7 wins to UTPB's lone win in 2023. Now, the Falcons are 2-4 all-time against top 10 opponents. However, under McCullough, they are a perfect 2-0 with a win last year against then-ranked number 9 Central Washington and this year's season opener against number 5 Central Oklahoma. And finally, under the leadership of McCullough, the Falcons are dead split with the Rams at 1 win apiece. Now, we all remember what happened in last year's matchup against the Rams. The Falcons lost their starting quarterback Dylan Graham to a broken ankle injury, and ultimately the Falcons would go on to lose 36-7. But despite last year's struggles, McCullough is still optimistic in his team this year, especially with the amount of depth they have at each position.
This game last year really was a turning point in our season. We got our butts whooped, but this year's team's built different. We're more injured than we ever have been in my 3 years here. But it doesn't matter. It's next man up mentality, and our guys have done a phenomenal job of just answering the call. It doesn't matter who's on the field. You just go to work.
Now, offensively for the Rams, they are expected to have last year's Conference Offensive Player of the Year, Braden Fuller, return under center after missing the last 2 games due to an injury. Even without him, they've still averaged 44 points offensively over the last 2 games. Meanwhile, defensively, the Rams have arguably the best front 7 in the conference, ranking among the top 3 in fewest yards given up, forced fumbles, and red zone defense.
There's not a weakness of this football team. Their punter's really good. Their kicker's really good. Every one of their coaches are good. I can't speak enough good things about Angelo State and what they got going on. The support's there. The resources are there for them to compete nationally. They have built that program into being what it is today.
And the hype around this game has made it one of the most anticipated games in UTPB history. So if you can make the 2-hour drive to LeGrand Stadium, I highly recommend it. And this game will kick off at 6 p.m. in San Angelo. I'm Paxton Graff with your Falcon Focus.